A leopard cannot change its spots, but politicians can and frequently do change their TV spots as their campaigns evolve. Now that Donald Trump is the presumptive GOP nominee, Hillary Clinton has wasted no time in going after him. John Burkman has more.
I am a unifier. We're going to be a unified party.
Hillary Clinton now attacking Donald Trump for being unable to unify the Republican Party.
This is an individual who mocked a disabled reporter.
I don't remember.
The sign of deep insecurity and weakness.
Hey, I know those guys. Anyway, Clinton's campaign posted the ad to her Facebook and Twitter accounts. On the same day, Paul Ryan said he could not back Donald Trump. Also the same day, Presidents Bush 41 and 43 said they wouldn't endorse Trump either. But of course, Clinton has party unity issues of her own.
Shame on you, Hillary.
And remember when her supporters famously earned the nickname Pumas, as in party unity after she lost to Barack Obama in 2008. This new commercial comes on the heels of other attacks Clinton has tried on Trump.
Loose cannon. The loose cannon. Loose cannon.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
He's also tried to hit Trump on his lack of popularity with women.
Then deal me in.
But that didn't hurt Trump in the primaries.
Nobody respects women more than Donald Trump.
Stand up and fight back.
Bernie Sanders has proven in Michigan and Indiana Clinton is vulnerable on trade and jobs. Trade is an issue that Trump's been talking about for almost a year.
Trade. You saw what happened. Carrier, Nabisco, Ford. No more Oreos for us. I'm not eating Oreos anymore.
For most of this week, ahead of next week's Kentucky primary, Clinton's also been trying to recover from making a coal miner cry in this comment she made back in March.
We're going to put a lot of coal miners and coal companies out of business. I don't really like hitting people first.
If that really is the case, Clinton might soon need a new strategy, something other than what's already been tried.
He needs therapy.
Well, JD, even if we don't like the fact that Hillary Clinton used that interview we recorded with Jeb Bush, and she also used our pictures, there's not much we can do about it. In the past, advertisers have gone to the courts claiming fair use, and that's been good enough for the judges. Back to you, JD.
I don't know, John. I may call my lawyer. At any rate, John Burkman, thanks for that report. Let's go now to a gentleman you see Saturday mornings at 10 Eastern here on Newsmax TV, host of Behind the Curtain, Jack Burkman. Jack joins us tonight from Newsmax, Washington. So, Jack, I guess in a sense we should be flattered they used a snippet from Newsmax TV, but I don't want to show up in Hillary Clinton spots. Your reaction to what Mrs. Clinton's doing?
Oh, it's just, I'm JD. You and I fought the Clintons in the 90s. This is more dirty pool and dirty play from the Clintons. Nothing surprises me. I'm numb to their tactics. It's a good harbinger of what's coming in the fall race, though. I think she's making a big mistake by focusing her initial volley at Trump is, well, you failed to unify the Republican Party. She hasn't even secured the nomination yet. He beat her to doing that on his side of the aisle. So I think that's a bad mistake on her part.
Well, let's go to the phones. We're never wrong getting callers to check in, our viewers around the country. First to Mansfield, Ohio. Stephen is on the line. Hiya, Stephen.
Hi, JD.
It's great to have you.
Having my call.
You bet. What's on your mind?
Well, cruising through the multimedia, electronic media, I should say, Google, Bing, Yahoo, AOL. When you look at their polls, Hillary Clinton loses to Donald Trump significantly. It seems like Newsmax poll is reflective to the multimedia poll. And Newsmax has it at 80%, Donald Trump 13% for Hillary Clinton.
Yeah, and it may be, too, Stephen, I'll get Jack's thought on this, a lot of what happens with the online polling is to drive response. And so a whole lot of Trump folks are high-tech and adept at using the Internet. Your take, Jack?
Well, I'll tell you, Trump is improving in the polls vis-a-vis Hillary Clinton. You always have to look at a range of polls from right to left. You might look at Fox News and Newsmax on the right. You have to look all the way to CBS News on the left. You got to look at them all. Trump is definitely improving. There's no doubt about it. The problem for Republicans, JD, is not the popular vote. We might get close with that. The problem is the electoral map. I'll give you something to watch for November. Terry McAuliffe in Virginia, right here in Virginia, allowed felons to vote in Virginia. That could make the difference in the presidential election because Virginia might be the single most important state. Keep your eyes on that as the year evolves.
Well, you know, the state I think is pretty important is Arizona, and from a town I used to represent in the Congress, St. John's, Arizona. Rose is on the phone.
Bet.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, how you doing there, JD?
Doing great, thanks. What's on your mind?
Hey, he needs to pick someone who is right on, spot on with his points that he won all of us voters to him.
And let me ask you about that, Rose, since you're in a border state, but you're up in northern Arizona. Are you talking about someone who is against amnesty, someone who, like Trump, is a border hawk? Is that on your mind specifically?
Please? That's spot on, and that's my first point.
Fair enough. Let's turn to Jack and get his thought on this, Rose, with about a minute remaining. What do you think of Rose's assessment?
It's funny, well, the vice presidential thing is as you know, JD, is the most talked about in the media, and it's the most talked about in Washington. It's a favorite parlor game. It also means the least. I mean, every study we have shows that it really doesn't matter who's on the ticket. We saw that with Paul Ryan in 12. We saw it on the other side of the aisle. The one I want is Susana Martinez, but apparently she has personal problems. The other good call, I think, is Tim Scott, because I have a feeling Trump will do much better than expected and has a lot of opportunity with African Americans. Tim Scott of South Carolina, I think, would be an excellent choice.
Wow, now that is a name I have not heard much of, and as we move toward the convention, we'll see what happens. Our thanks to Stephen and to Rose for calling in, and of course our thanks to Jack Burkman, who you see each Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Newsmax TV, hosting Behind the Curtain. Thanks for stepping from between the curtains, Jack, and joining us tonight from Newsmax Washington. We appreciate it. All right, when we come back, more of your calls and more to talk about as Newsmax Prime continues on this Thursday. Stay with us.